We have Iggy here, of course. Then we have the great Iggy Pop. Mr. Ron Ashton, one of the greatest rock and roll guitarists in the world. And Mr. Scott Ashton, one of the greatest drummers as well. Together, Iggy and the Stooges. Now, guys, what a history you've had. Just talk us through it a bit if we can. When did the Stooges, you guys first get together? When did you first start playing? And then when did you split up? And then when did you get back together? And then when did you split up? And why did you split up? And when did you get back together again?
It's a long time ago, and then there was a break, then we started back up, and now we're together.
So 67, we decided to do it, and it took a year of just f***ing around and people like going, no, don't do that, you know. And then
So people weren't immediately thinking this is a great rock and roll band. You didn't immediately find your audience.
No, they were embarrassed for us, and then they went. We took up a notch. They hated us.
Yeah.
We played in '68. A lot of people hated it, and other people were going like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know.
They kept coming.
And then by '69, we got a record.
So you kind of wore them out, really, then?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, we kept at it, you know.
Yeah, wore them in. And how was the music when you first started? Was it the same sort of music that you play today? I mean, what kind of a racket did you make early on?
It was trancey and spooky and kind of like those, like if those bubbles were on a big raft of Dilaudid or something, like moody, bubbly.
Like, but noisy, I guess. Quite a big sound.
Just noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually invented
noisy.
our own instruments.
What kind of instruments?
Blenders with water in them.
Vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaners.
Air
Washboards with
compressor,
contact mic and golf shoes.
And people didn't like this at first?
Some people, yeah. Well, you got some people liked it and some people went, well, that's not proper music, sort of thing. You know, I have worked so hard to be a piece of wanking shit, and here this monkey.
Iggy, calm down. This is a long time ago, all right? They love you now. No, it's okay, but we've got over that hump. It's okay. Right? And so what happened with you guys? Because you were just about kind of getting known, and people were getting excited about your noise, and then it ended. So what was it? Were you disagreeing? Was it because of substance abuse? Was
Ask
it just
him.
because...
Well, I had become unsound, you know, like Colonel Kurtz in Apocalypse Now.
So you'd gone a little bit crazy?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it was a real strain, sort of, for me, just mentally, just lifting the whole thing up to where it got. And you know, there's some people, the people who liked us really never talked about it until we broke up, and then they all said, oh, I was there, you know, and blah, 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 so.
It's that guy again who you don't
and
like.
I just sort of went out.
Let me run this story past you. I heard you went down once, the band are playing behind you, and you started dancing in front of a beautiful lady, and the band are still churning away behind you, really keeping it tight behind you. And then the beautiful lady had a male friend with her who wasn't particularly pleased to see you dancing with her, and he punched you and knocked you out. This is what I heard.
No, that guy was, he was in a biker gang, and he was a young thug in training, and his initiation to the gang was to throw an egg at me, to egg Iggy Pop. So there was no chick. Okay. He just started egging me, and I was wearing like this little ballet costume, but I still wanted to defend my honor. So I said, hold on, let's just stop everything right here.
So
let's
you stopped the gig?
I stopped the gig. Let's see this guy. Come on, you know, and he just like,
The crowd parted.
yeah.
But you seem to invite that kind of, not deliberately invite it, but you seem to create that kind of thing on a regular basis.
Used to.
But not just that kind of business. I mean, the fact that I would have thought, and we know that rock and roll is you know, the place where a lot of people enjoy excessive behaviour. They enjoy mind-altering substances. They like to push themselves in that way. And you kind of really did push the boat. Can I ask you, and we're not doing this in a way to try and encourage youngsters, but certainly, historically, I believe this is of interest. What kind of substances would you have absorbed when you were pursuing these kind of highs?
It started on marijuana, and then it moved up to a gaseous substance called DMT, which if you inhale it, when you exhale, you'll go to the moon for 15 minutes. It's stronger than. Then there was LSD, and then that wasn't strong enough, so there was something called STP. And when we had STP, he had to lead me. We were in New York, and I didn't know enough to stop at the stoplights or stay out of traffic.
So you were walking into the
You're
road.
high 3 days on
I
that.
tied a
He
belt.
had to tie him. He had a leash.
I had to leash him around Manhattan.
me ask you about another thing I heard about you, Iggy. I don't know if it's true. Is that once, in an effort to try and get yourself high, you electrocuted yourself.
Well, no, I went home. We were all like, we have a guy that can get high on, and I said, well, I read that you can get high like with electroshock. And so I had this old my Lionel train set had a transformer on it. So I tried.
So you gave yourself electric shock?
Yeah.
Okay. And did it work?
I tried to smoke spider webs that night too.
Now, hang on, what's that? You tried to smoke a spider
Spider webs. I went down and got spider webs.
Why would you smoke a spider web?
Well, it seemed like you might get high.
Who told? Where did you? We just made that up, or you heard that from somewhere?
Oh, all the rumors that go around for different things that might work.
So you did smoke a spider web?
Yeah.
And did it get you
just
high?
got a headache, and also from the electroshock.
Well, don't do that. Why are you doing that? Stop it.
That was a weird house. We lived in it was a Gothic farmhouse with
And you
no
lived together,
furniture.
all of it?
Yeah, that was a bad one. We had about 3 or 4. That one wasn't good. Dead cornfields all around, and we didn't have a gig.
There was a serial killer on the loose, and the 7th body was dumped about 100 yards down from our house. I thought, for sure we're going to get in trouble. And I was actually called down to the police station to talk to them because I was at the place where the woman was kidnapped that night, and someone remembered my face. So I went, what? And that's a nightmare, thinking that they're going to accuse you of being a serial killer.
And even worse, you then go home to a bloke who's smoking spider webs and giving himself electric shock, saying, "How'd it go down to the police station?"
It was nice at the police station.
Now, why are you guys back together? What's happened? Why did you decide it was time to get back together? Because you've had great success as a solo artist. You guys have worked with many other talented musicians. There must be something about you working together that you like. Is it just because you know each other when you were kids, or what is it?
That's a part of it, because we birthed this band. And as Iggy said, he ran out of ideas, and it was the perfect time. It just happened to be the right time. We were offered, he called up and says, "Hey, I got a project. Are you interested in a project?" I'm going, "Yeah." He said, you can have 2 weeks to say, you can say no now, tell me no or yes in 2 weeks, and yeah, let's do it. So it was going down, which became to Florida to make what became Skull Ring. So we did, it was supposed to be 2 songs, wound up being 4. Then all of a sudden, phone starts ringing. You want to place the job, played Coachella. Then people seemed to like it. And then Iggy said, "Hey, how would you like to do some more shows?" And the rest is history.
The public.
Yeah, but was it ever a worry that you think, okay, we're putting back together a band which has become a legendary band, and a lot of people who love your music and love the albums will never have seen you live, and suddenly you've got to get out there and you've got to deliver. Were you concerned that you wouldn't live up to expectations?
No,
I wasn't.
Not me.
No, but maybe to their warped expectation. But we've never liked or respected other people. We still don't really. We try to be nice. We have a policy. I think each of us is an individual, but inside we think everybody's full of shit. And always thought. And now you just see the same people. They have a new head and some new clothes, but it's the same guy I met 40 years ago.
Who you didn't like then, why should you like him now?
Then, don't like him now,
Now, you guys, you must be enjoying, I would have thought, a kind of a respect that you haven't had before in your career. Would I be right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I enjoy that.
Yeah, and a respect from your peers. That must be a good feeling.
And you
It
see
is a good
people
feeling.
enjoy the music, you can tell.
Yeah,
And I enjoy it myself,
It is a great feeling to see them enjoy it, play catch up, if you will.
Yeah.
It's also nice to own my first new car in my life.
Hold it. This is the first time you've had a new car in your life?
Yeah.
Well, how old are you now, if you don't mind me pointing?
183.
58.
Yes.
But this is a proper car. It's not like a mobility scooter or something.
Well,
like
yes,
that.
it's
You've
not
had-
like a 61 Cadillac with rust all over it. Everything has been used.
It's a proper modern car.
But yes, my first new car.
So you see, stick with the band. It
So
can
yeah,
pay
it
off.
only took 40 years, but I got a new car.
Can you still hurl yourself around on stage? Can you still do that bending over backwards and...
I can't bend over backwards. I can hurl. And, I mean, if I want to get hurt, then the band's going to pay. So I think...
So you take it more easy?
Yeah, I think like I broke some glass on stage last night.
I was scared.
And somebody cleaned it up. So...
Because in the old days, you would have probably...
Well, I saw him rolling, and I didn't know it had already been cleaned up. I'm going,
yeah.
no, I'm not going to look, no.
No, I mean, you just do what you do. It's music. You just try to do what you feel, and if you don't feel anything, you should get the out, you know.
But you know, that's a great attitude to have, because a lot of people get back together and they go and tour because they just want to, you know, finally maybe get paid for their legacy. And I get the feeling that isn't the case.
We
with
do
you
have
guys.
fun playing.
Yeah.
Very
It's good
much
to get
so.
paid.
Yeah,
Pay
we're
is
not
good
denying
too.
that.
Good.
But it's not just about the money. It's what I feel like.
We
I'm trying to
enjoy
say.
getting together and hanging around with each other.
Yeah.
For me, before we got back together, I would only see my brother maybe twice a year, once at Christmas and one time in the summer. So it's great now to be able to hang out, catch up.
Yeah, well, what was wrong with you? Why didn't you just give him a call?
I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. It started as quite a touching story. Now it
I
makes
could
you
never
seem
get
like
through to him.
Now it makes you seem a bit lazy, and
That too, but
don't you think so? You just get on your bike.
I
and go
never
and see
thought
your
about
brother.
it. No, I can't ride my bike all the way
Can
to
I be honest
Florida
with
from
you?
Michigan.
I thought he was being quiet, but now I realise why. He hates
me.
He doesn't understand why you never called him all those years.
He never called me either.
Yeah, he's sitting there. He's still furious at you. I can sense the rage that's simmering inside. Go on, give him a brotherly hug. Go on, let's it. That's a lovely moment, and that's a lovely moment. There you go. Same time next year.
Man.
You're going to be performing live for us, which is fantastic news.
Yeah.
And you're going to do one of your old numbers, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which one are you going to do?
I want to be your dog.
This is just this is a great moment. I love Iggy and the Stooges. I love those first few albums, but this is just one of my favourites of all time.
Cool.
Gentlemen, I thank you so much. I thank you for
Jonathan.
still being together. I thank you for coming on the show, and thank God you're still alive. The spider webs after the show are on me, Iggy, if you're interested.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott, Ron and Iggy and the Stooges. That was great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Scott. I enjoyed the show.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much indeed.